And we're back with part 2 of the DVD collection. Of course, some other random stuff that has nothing to do with the DVDs. Stuff up there. A Virtual Boy that works. My Chrono Cross clock. Some figures. My Mega Man collection, which doesn't have a lot of the stuff on the shelf right now. There's like a lot of figures and stuff that usually are on there that I don't have. And we've already gone over my Mega Man collection in detail. And now we come to the DVDs, and I have to watch out about staying in the light again. Yeah, GameStop exclusive bonus DVD. This is like $1 at Super Happy one year. Not this year, but like just one of the previous ones, like 1 or 2 years ago, and I picked it up because it was like $1. And I'm trying to get every single video game movie there is. I am missing some of the more important ones. But I have Mortal Kombat, I have Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I have Resident Evil, and then Resident Evil again. You might be wondering, why do I have 2 copies of Resident Evil? Well, one of them's this copy, which had an alternate ending on it. And it's not really worth it. Thankfully I only paid $8 for this. But the alternate ending's just kind of weak. But I wanted to see it, so I bought it. And I just keep both of them, because this was the original copy, obviously. And I've actually seen every single Resident Evil film in theaters except for this one. And this movie sucks. Extremely. It was $4 though at a Walmart, brand new, so I picked it up just so I could have it. I still need to get Afterlife. And I enjoyed Afterlife when I saw it in 3D. I don't know if I would enjoy it so much seeing it on 3D. Of course, Resident Evil Degeneration, which is pretty much probably the best Resident Evil film that there is right now. Tomb Raider. I fall asleep during this film sometimes. Yeah. And Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. This is actually a decent movie. It's pretty much just like, what if Lara Croft was in a James Bond plot? The best I can describe that movie. It's entertaining enough. Double Dragon. I fucking love this movie. It's stupid. I'll flat on admit this is a stupid ass movie, but I love it. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is like Hong Kong version. My friend found this online. It works in my DVD player. I'm not sure if there is an official DVD release of this movie in America. Silent Hill, which I only ever saw in the theater. I haven't actually watched my copy. A movie that has no business being called Final Fantasy. And don't get me wrong, the movie doesn't suck. It just sucks as a Final Fantasy film. This movie is actually very well animated, and it's pretty interesting. The plot's not that bad. This is a decent sci-fi film. It's just not Final Fantasy. It had no reason having the Final Fantasy tack to the film, and that's where it falls apart. And what gets me is that if you look in some of the special features on this, there's like animatics or whatever for an entire another movie, like this little girl fighting a tank and blowing it up with psychic powers and shit. I'm like, where the fuck was that movie? That looked awesome. Of course, Doom. Yeah, wasn't that great? Wait, this is a full screen version? Huh, well that sucks. I'm gonna have to go and get rid of this and get a widescreen version. Yeah, I do. Yeah, you can tell I never actually watched my copy of this. I did use it for the demo though of Doom 3, which I've got on my shelf, and it's the limited edition collector's thing. Street Fighter the movie. You might be wondering, where's Super Mario Brothers the movie? I don't have that one. And yes, I'm pissed off that I don't have that one, because I really should. But it's just one of those movies that every time I see it, I'm like, I don't feel like paying for this. Dead or Alive. God, that movie was stupid. House of the Dead 2, Alone in the Dark, and Blood Rain. I've never seen any of these movies. I either got them for free, or they were just really extremely cheap, so I went ahead and picked them up. And I'm only getting them because they're video game movies. I don't ever actually plan on watching them. Unless, I don't know, I go insane. Valerian's Rion. This is one of those movies I want to show during the Halloween stream that's upcoming as of the shooting of this video. I really like that movie. Darkstalkers, I'm pretty sure that's the entire animated series. I don't think there was more than 13 episodes. Captain N the Game Master, Legend of Zelda, and a couple of random single volumes. Sonic Underground. This is actually like the whole Chaos Emerald saga, kind of. It has Knuckles in it and everything. I'm kind of into Underground just because of how different it was, but I can definitely see its flaws. The entire Mega Man cartoon series on DVD. This one I actually found like a week before Street Date. I went to a media play and somebody had put this on the shelf like days before it was supposed to actually be released. And I had only walked in there just on by chance that somebody had done that. I was so fucking happy. This is like my favorite cartoon series ever. I'm sorry, it's just because it's Mega Man. The Upon a Star OVA. The Swan Princess. I actually really like that movie. Rockadoodle. My Little Pony the movie. We've all seen our thoughts on that. Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland. It's funny because in here... let me just go ahead and pop it open. Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese's. Enter the winter party for you and 9 of your friends. Yeah, that's not valid anymore. By the way, just in case you guys thought I was a liar. Here's the Cat the movie on DVD. Found this for $5 at a Publix. And apparently I got really fucking lucky because you can't really find this movie on DVD anywhere. I was not aware that it was so hard to find. 2 copies of The Last Unicorn, the 25th anniversary special edition thing, which I found in a Goodwill for $4. Otherwise, I would have bought it from this online store because, like, Peter Bagel, the author of the story, would have gotten my some of the purchase. Problem is, you can't really beat $4. I'm sorry, guy. I'm also kind of pissed at that thing because I ordered the audio book so I could get a hardback a copy of Two Hearts, and then they delayed it and delayed it and delayed it, and then I never actually saw it. So it was like $40 down the damn drain. This was the original movie release, and wow, apparently something about my movies are sticky here. And this is actually apparently not very good quality from what I've heard. I only watched this copy once. I haven't seen The Last Unicorn in a while. I need to get around to watching it again. The Care Bears movie, I actually really enjoyed this movie. Better, I'll enjoy it more than Care Bears 2. Care Bears 2 had a lot of plot things in it that just kind of bothered me. It's like, why do the Care Bear cousins show up in Care Bears movie, not having like their whatever stomach marks, and then like it shows them in here growing up with them. There's just a whole bunch of weird stuff that doesn't make any sense. And I don't know, Darkheart's a good villain, but his defeat's kind of anticlimactic to me. Samurai Jack Season 2 was like $5 where I found it. And these, of course, there's the entire series of Batman Beyond and the movie, and it pisses me off because now there's a special... Oh, Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer. Apparently I don't have the case for that right now. I've got to find where I put that. And apparently... And then, you know, they went ahead and re-released this on that one super special DVD with extras and everything, and now I gotta get rid of these and then pick that up. The first 2 Batman Animated Series DVD movies. I haven't gotten the 3rd one yet. I also heard it's not that great. The complete 3rd season of X-Men Evolution. Somebody was selling this for like $3 or $4 at Super Happy Fun Sale last year. So I'm sorry I picked it up. I actually liked X-Men Revolution. Metal Gear Solid Volume 1, like Secrets thing. Pretty sure there's no Volume 2, as far as I'm aware. Yes, I like this stupid webcomic. All of you haters can just keep your comments to yourselves. I don't get why people have to tear that comic apart. I mean, if you don't like reading it, just don't fucking read it. Scott Pilgrim Blu Ray, which doesn't actually have the Blu Ray in it because I lent it to a friend and then he gave it to another friend to give back to me, and then that friend just hasn't been down here forever. And these are just books. I've got like the Resident Evil series. I do have Zero, the book novelization of Resident Evil Zero. It's just being borrowed. And if there's any other books in there missing that are also being borrowed, and it looks like just that one got this. I actually haven't gotten around to reading this one yet, and I need to get the second one. Yeah, I've got a few books from Tamora Pierce here. I've actually got the rest of the Alana books and every single book of the Immortal series with, I think it's, I always call her Dane. I think it's supposed to be Diane, but I always called her Dane. And those are lent out to a friend because, you know, I'm sorry, lending books out is something that more people should do. You've got an awesome story and you're like, hey, you should read this. That should happen more often. The Firebringer trilogy. I recently bought all 3 of these online and reread through them. It's such a good story. Oh yeah, my dragon dagger. Which, yeah, by the way. Oh no, if I have a list of things that I'd like to do before I die, and having a dragon dagger battle with Linkara is one of them. It probably won't happen, but yeah, this is pretty much a unicorn story. It's all about unicorns. And this is supposed to be the DVD thing, so I should really get off of the books. Yes, I have the Star Trek X-Men crossover book. I had to. Just a bunch of other stuff. Hatchet, Owl in Love. That's a really weird book. Dark Elf thing. Hey, Hiei. And you don't need to know what's behind Hiei. I got some random stuff here. Tokyo Access, GameSpot stuff. They were like really cheap, so I picked them up, even though I never really watched them ever again. All of Galaxy High School. I picked this up because it was $10. It's an okay cartoon. This was $3. It was worth the $3. It's decently animated, but I don't know. It's just not something I really feel like watching a bunch of times. This was given to me for free, although I would have eventually bought it. Titan AE, I really need to watch this again. Tunnel Tuck in Math Magic Land. Just because. I'm sorry, just because. Santa versus the Snowman 3D. I seen it in IMAX? Huh? Spy. G.I. Joe, Spy Troops, the movie. It was an interesting little thing. Clerks, the animated series. And it's just like a bunch of books. Like, this is a neat little series. The Castle in the Attic. And its sequel. Battle for the Castle. Diadem. Yeah, Glory of Unicorns. Into the Land of the Unicorns. This is like one of my favorite book series ever. And I'm so sad that it's over. Yeah, I've got a couple of these. I really need to get the third one. Ella Enchanted, Fairest. Also by the same author who did Ella Enchanted, as you can see. And she also did The Two Princesses of whatever. That's a pretty interesting thing. Oh yeah, by the way, here's the third book to that Protector of the Small series up there. I can only find it in hardback in my area. Stinker from Space, that's a funny little book. It's like really beginner stuff. Thorn Ogres of Hagwood, which that's the only book this guy ever wrote. And it's obviously supposed to be meant for a series. Spellfall's pretty interesting. Big Eye, Small Mouth. Yeah, hey guys, say we open this? And it's pretty much just books after this, so I'm just not really focusing too much. Yes, I have Fairy Realm books. And there's Batteries, Myth Adventures. Yeah, this is a really good series. America's Dumbest Criminals. The Pierce Anthony Visual Guide to Xanth. That's like really hard to find now. And then down here... Look at all that. It's nearly the entire series. I'm missing, I'm missing 54, but my dad has that for me. I just need to get it from him. And then I'm missing 48. Yeah. I do not have 48. That is the only book I am missing. I'm just like, my dad does not have 48 for me, and I do not have it. I've never found it. Yes, I'm pretty sure I could just go online and buy it. I haven't gotten around to doing that. I'm probably just going to have to eventually. But I actually found most of these just in bookstores and Goodwills. And well, that's pretty much it. As you see, my DVD collection is very small. I don't have any anywhere else. That's it. That's all I really have. I hardly ever buy DVDs. Unless it's anime, and that would be a much larger collection, and that's for another time later.